So you can see the closure right there at Glendale. Now, traffic does continue on Glendale. If you're going to drive this way or you want to jog around the park, that's perfectly all right. But as we come back, again, this is Park Street on the north side of the park. You can see the fence, and you can see why they're doing it, because this is the area where the cleanup, the trucks are coming in to pick up all the garbage from inside the park. And I believe we have aerials of that because we can't even go in there. It's talking about a cleanup that has begun for it's a $500,000 restoration project, and it's supposed to last several weeks. No exact reopening date for the park, and the plan is to resurface the playground, improve the restrooms, do things like replace the drinking fountains. But first they have to do that cleanup from having a homeless encampment there for over a year. City officials saying they had about 200 people living in the park before what you saw begin to happen Thursday night. And I believe you've seen it. We have the images. LAPD moved in and they had to arrest people and protesters as they tried to first put notice, put up the fence, and then remove the people. LAPD saying they had about 182 arrests. Now, not all of those people were people who were living here in tents. Many of those arrests were protesters who joined in, who were very upset about the whole thing. The last two people who refused to move out were actually removed yesterday in an operation that some like the ACLU have criticized. But I got to tell you, at the same time, the little time that we have spent here today, we have seen quite a few residents come up to the officers, residents from the homes around the park, to say thank you. Now, none of those residents wanted to be in camera, and I ran into this when I was here earlier this week because a lot of people were saying the whole thing had gotten so political. There was retaliation online, neighbors versus neighbors. But I will tell you that people have been coming up to say thank you because they like the idea of the park itself being cleaned up. Now, this street will remain closed through the weekend into next week so they can get all the stuff out, and then you should be able to get complete access outside of the fence. The park reopening itself, again, no exact date, but they're talking about a few weeks. We'll keep you updated. No protesters, everything very quiet out here. In Echo Park, I'm Christina Gonzalez. Back to you in the studio.